For decades, the most famous ship in history lay silent at the bottom of the ocean, completely out of humanity's reach. But how does a giant like the Titanic simply vanish? And why did it take so long to find it? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today, here on Deep Sea Abyss. Get ready, because this story is as deep as the ocean where the Titanic still rests to this day. The tragedy that stopped the world April 1912. Over 260 meters long, considered an unsinkable ship, the Titanic set sail from England to the United States on its maiden voyage. But on the night of April 14th to 15th, everything changed. The collision with an iceberg tore through the ship's hull. Water flooded the compartments at an alarming speed. A distress call was sent immediately by radio. The RMS Carpathia, about 58 nautical miles away, responded. Thanks to its crew, 705 people were saved, but the Titanic disappeared into the deep, and no one knew exactly where it was. Why wasn't the Titanic found right after it sank? The coordinates sent by the Titanic during the distress call were all they had. Based on that, several expeditions were launched in the following years. But there was a huge problem. The ocean floor is one of the least explored places on the planet. At the time, there was no GPS, no drones, no submersible robots. And on top of that, the ship kept drifting for more than 2 hours after the collision. The ocean currents of the North Atlantic could have dragged it for kilometers. Imagine looking for a needle in a haystack. Now imagine that haystack is 4,000 meters deep. The wildest ideas to recover the Titanic. In the decades that followed, proposals emerged that sounded more like science fiction than real plans. Using giant electromagnets to pull the ship to the surface, filling the hull with ping pong balls to make it float, or even freezing it inside a giant block of ice to ease the recovery. Ironically, the very substance that sank it, ice, was now being considered to bring it back. But none of these ideas ever made it past the drawing board. The Titanic remained lost. The first serious searches in 1953, British engineer Risdon Beasley attempted to map the seafloor using sound waves, but the technology was primitive and the ocean massive. No trace. Decades later, in 1977, oceanographer Robert Ballard, one of the most important names in this story, launched his first mission. But everything went wrong. The drilling equipment sank, a loss of over $600,000. Still, he didn't give up. Jack Grimm, the gambler magnate. In the 1980s, an eccentric figure entered the scene. Jack Grimm, a Texas oil tycoon. Funded with money from poker games and high-stakes bets, he organized a full-on cinematic expedition. With support from Columbia University, he used modern sonar technology and spent weeks scanning the Atlantic. He came close to finding a propeller, but time and money ran out. Another disappointment. The Titanic remained missing, as if swallowed by time itself. Ballard returns with a plan and a secret. In 1983, Robert Ballard returned, but this time with a brilliant plan. He approached the United States Navy with a proposal. He would use his submersible technology to locate 2 nuclear submarines that had sunk during the Cold War. In return, he would get funding and permission to search for the Titanic. The Navy agreed, and that's how Argo was born, a robotic sled equipped with cameras, lights, and sonar, capable of operating at 6,000 meters deep. It was silent, durable, and most importantly, patient. The strategy that changed everything. This time, Ballard wouldn't search for the ship directly. He would look for a trail of debris. As he'd learned from studying sunken submarines, heavy and light objects scatter in a line as they sink. Crates, furniture, pieces of the hull, everything leaves an underwater footprint. With help from the French Institute IFREMER, they scanned about 390 square kilometers of ocean. Nothing, just silence, darkness, and sand. Until the historic moment. In the early hours of September 1st, 1985, an image appeared on the screens. A round, metallic shape. It was a boiler, unmistakable, the very same seen in old photographs of the Titanic. The team could barely breathe. They had found the wreck. Roughly 24 kilometers beyond the ship's last reported position, the Titanic was there, split in two, bow and stern separated, confirming survivor accounts that the ship had broken apart before sinking. The bow was surprisingly well preserved. The name Titanic was still visible. Clothing, shoes, suitcases, personal belongings, all resting in the absolute silence of the ocean floor. The controversy of the expeditions. In the following years, numerous expeditions explored the wreck. Thousands of artifacts were recovered. Plates, jewelry, watches, pieces of the hull. Some became museum exhibits and moved audiences around the world. But not everyone approved. Historians and archaeologists called the exploration a modern-day looting. To them, the Titanic should be treated as a grave site, not as a museum attraction. Final reflection. And you, what do you think? Should the expeditions continue, or does the Titanic deserve to rest in peace, untouched as a memorial at the bottom of the Atlantic? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'll be glad to hear from you. And make sure to check out the video I left on screen for you. Oh, and of course, like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next dives here on Deep Sea Abyss. See you on our next journey into the unknown. Until then. Enjoyed the dive? Just wait for what's next. Hit that sonar on subscribe and come along.